What's going on YouTube? You're chilling with Trainer Zabza, and today I have got a battle for you in the RU tier. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a Wi-Fi battle, but hey, you know what? With the new tier update, I figure now's the best time to finish off this old footage and finally get it out there. You know, a little motivation to finally put it out there. It's just been sitting on my desktop, and I haven't been able to narrate it, and I've just figured, hey, you know what? Now or never. So, my team, I've got Assault Vest Electros, a physically offensive Steelix, only HP and attack investment, a defensive Alamomola, a unburdened Sceptile, a specially defensive Gallade, and finally Mega Sharpedo. Not standard though, mine is Protect, Destiny Bond, Waterfall, and Crunch. Just dual stab with Destiny Bond, and it's actually come in handy before, so I think I'm going to keep it for the time being. And my opponent, it has a Rhyperior, most likely defensive or especially defensive. I know that there can be the rare offensive set, which looking at his team, it is possible, but it also might not be. I mean, Rhyperior looks like the best possible defensive threat on his team. Or not defensive threat, defensive wall. Meloetta, which could be specially defensive, but then again, he's got Hitmonchan, which is known for its special defenses despite being a physical attacker. Speaking of which, he's also got Hitmonchan, which can be specially defensive, or it could be offensive. Could be either one. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing which one. Cacturne, I'm going to say almost definitely physically offensive. However, I have seen that special Cacturne has been getting a little bit more use, so that's pretty cool. Magneton, could be Scarf, could be a Violite. Either way, I'm predicting Volt Switch shenanigans. And finally, Moltres, which I'm kind of fearing is bulky Moltres, but at the same time, it could also be especially offensive, so I kind of need to scout out which one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the battle. My opponent today is WildMetapods, which we actually had this battle on a stream a while back. He's going to start off with Moltres. I'm not sure why, as I start off with Electros. I start off with my Electros. In case he wants to lead with Rhyperior, I can go for a Giga Drain, and if he leads off with something I don't like, I can go for a Volt Switch. As he goes for the U-turn with the Moltres, telling me he's probably an offensive variant. But I still don't know if he's Scarfed or if he's just, like, Specs or maybe just Expert Belt. I've never seen Expert Belt Moltres, but hey, it's still within the realm of possibility. As I Volt Switch on his Magneton, go for a Drain Punch. His Magneton is bulky as all hell, thanks to that Violite. So it tells me he's not Scarfed, considering I outsped. And I can get my Drain Punch off, get some HP back, as, well, I didn't really lose any HP, but he's able to get off the Volt Switch. So, out comes the Moltres, and I do not want to get hit with potential Air Slash, so I'm going to go back into my Electros, which also has Assault Vest, so I'm not that worried. This is like my second choice to take special hits. As he goes for the Flamethrower, I take a bit of damage, but not too much, and I'm able to go for the Volt Switch. And he's whittling down my Electros, which I think it might be his goal, as he brings in his Hitmonchan, and based off that damage, I think it might either be Specially Defensive or Assault Vest. I might just say Assault Vest if it's going to be a Rapid Spinner. As I bring in my Gallade, which I think is a pretty good matchup for it, because I know that Hitmonchans don't usually run anything to hit it, or to counter it, and I think now is as good a time as any to go for the Bulk Up, because I figure after one Bulk Up, I can probably 2-hit KO the Moltres, which he brings in his Meloetta after seeing the Bulk Up with Cacturne. I'm able to get off a Drain Punch just to get some HP back and some damage, and this Meloetta goes for a Shadow Ball. It does barely half. This is a Life Orb Meloetta. I didn't know if it was special defensive. I didn't know if it was offensive. And just, oh my god. Just Gallade. So tanky, so bulky. Not even Assault Vest, just max special defense. Oh my god, Gallade, you are a fucking monster. But now in comes the threat that I was worried about, the Moltres. But since I've already gone for +1, I'm pretty much in it now. So I figure, hey, might as well go for broke. I go for Psycho Cut, and I could not 2-hit KO the Moltres, unfortunately. I can with Shadow Sneak and Psycho Cut, but I just didn't have that option before, so that's good to know for the future. I got a bit lucky, and I will admit that, but you know, luck is part of this battle, and I try not to let myself let hacks get the better of me, but sometimes it does happen. So he brings in the Cacturne and shows that he does have speed investment by outspeeding and knocking me out, because I know Cacturnes are actually pretty slow. I think their base speed is like around 50. But I'm able to bring in my Steelix because I know it can take the hits. And I go with the Fire Fang here. I knew the Rhyperior switching was really obvious, but again, I think, hey, it's Rhyperior. No matter what I do, even if I go for Earthquake, if he didn't switch, then it wouldn't hit very hard, and I would still get pretty hard because it is a Cacturne, might have Focus Blast if it's special. Then again, I saw C-Bomb, but it could have been mixed. But I figured that it was probably the best option, considering Earthquake would have only done like 25% to the Rhyperior. Anyway, I switch out the Rhyperior into my Alamomola as he sets up rocks, and I figure this is also a good time to go for the Wish, and this is the perfect time as he brings the Magneton, because now I have my Assault Vest Electros in here. Volt Switch, I know I can definitely get some HP back. He goes for Thunderbolt, which got me a little concerned, but I was okay. Here in my mind, I was thinking this is HP Fire in case it was like Magnet Pull Magneton, so I'm like, that's not how you do a fire move, this is how you do a fire move. And my Electros is able to burn that Magneton down. So in comes the Cacturn, and I am terrified now. I am absolutely terrified after seeing that Sword Stance. I'm able to go for the Fire or Flamethrower, get a crit, but the crit didn't matter because it's pretty much glass. But he's also he's also Sash. So I bring in probably my only chance against it. I mean, I probably could go with like Sharpedo and Destiny Bond, but like Steelix, oh my god, so tanky. Didn't even do 50% with that Seed Bomb, and he's able to take a Drain Punch, no problem. I mean, sure, I had a little HP left, but oh my god, Steelix so bulky. You didn't even have any defense investment. You're pure HP and physical attack, and it just took the hits. I don't even care if this Hitmonchan comes in and Drain Punches me now. I don't care, because at this point, just Steelix, oh my god, so bulky. It did such good work. So I'm going to send in my Alamomola now, and I figure that if I can get a Toxic off on this, I can Toxic Stall it, and I really don't like Stall. I really don't like Toxic Stall specifically. But this is RU, and considering how many bulky threats there are, I figure that it's really my only option. I have to run some kind of Toxic Stall on a bulky or on a RU team, because there's always that chance that they're gonna have something to try and stall me out. I mean, it's nowhere near the bulk as UU, but it is RU. Let me explain right there, because my opponent knew that I would not, that he could not beat my team without Hitmonchan. And I knew that too, because his only Pokemon left, I think, were Rhyperior and Hitmonchan. And he knew that I still had my Sceptile. And as long as Sceptile, don't get me wrong, it's strong, but I don't think it would have been able to knock out Hitmonchan. So, and Hitmonchan pretty much took care of most of the rest of my team, as long as he had Mach Punch. If he had Mach Punch, he definitely took care of Sharpedo. And I just think he knew that he would not have been able to get over he would not have been able to beat my Alamomola. So, I do not blame my opponent for bowing out. I probably would have done the same thing, man. Don't worry about it. Now, let's go ahead and get on to the talk of the day. Today's talk of the day, I just want to ask you guys a question. What do you want to see from my channel? What more do you want to see from my channel? That's it. Just a simple question. Something I've asked before, but I'd still like to keep up with the times, and I'd like to ask you again. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye!